So, he lost his Contender Series fight.
Just so you guys know, Nick was the fighter who's a badass fighter who was born without. He only has a down to his elbow.
Yeah, just past the elbow.
Just past the elbow. Congenital. Yeah, he was born with it. Okay. So what's this?
So this Dana White just said that was his opportunity to prove that he belongs in the UFC.
Oh, come on!
But he didn't make it. So
it's over.
It looks as though he's not going to be allowed in the UFC.
Hold on, but I respect that kid very much. Has to say that. Obviously, that's why I gave him an opportunity. I always believed that the UFC was a tough place for Nick. This is a tough place with 2 arms and 2 legs. This is the real deal. I put him in the Contender Series to see if he could make the UFC. He didn't make it.
So it's just a presumption that he's not going to be in the UFC, or he won't get the opportunity.
That's insane. I met the brother of the guy who beat Nick Newell. He goes, dude, my brother's the one that beat Nick Newell on the Contender Series. I'm like, you tell your brother he's an asshole. I said, how dare you? Shout out to that guy. That guy's tough as fuck. I just don't understand, man. I don't understand why he's in that bullshit Contender Series. They're just doing it for views. They're riding and dying on Greg Hardy, which is hilarious, but it just shows you the nature of the business and what you're dealing with Dana White and being a promoter. So I would bet my life on it. Nick Newell sells more tickets than Greg Hardy, especially as an established fighter who's an amputee, congenital amputee. And his story is so much better. Not to mention, you're worried about Nick Newell. Nick Newell has, 20 times the amount of experience than the rest of these guys in the Contender Series. He fought at a high level, the World Series of Fighting. Now, we can hate on the World Series of Fighting. However, Marlon Moraes, Justin Gaethje, David Branch, Anthony.
If I'm not mistaken, he's speaking about the dude with no arm, right? Nick Newell. I'm going to play devil's advocate for a second. The reason that Dana White could have excluded Nick Newell from a contract is because maybe he felt like the weight division that he wanted to get into was simply too hard for him. There's certain weight divisions in the UFC that are so talent stacked, man. Every time they're the headline, it's going to be amazing. Welterweight is one. Lightweight is one. 145 is one. In my opinion, 185 also. Woo! 185 is on fire, man. But yeah, those weight divisions, man, they're so talent stacked that maybe he felt like dude wasn't gonna make it. But I will play devil's advocate for the other guy, Nick Newell, right? On a sheer promotional scale, this could be amazing, man. Dana White could have another possible superstar just by signing Nick Newell. I mean, who wouldn't love that story? I feel inspired already, The guy who made it into the UFC with 1 arm. 1 arm. Look, man, I know Michael Jordan's inspiring, but that is just as inspiring, if not more inspiring. I don't see why he turned Nick Newell down. And you know what makes this worse? He turned Nick Newell down and accepted Greg Hardy. Now, I have seen Greg Hardy's fights. I've seen both of those knockouts he had in the Contender Series. They were phenomenal. But let's not act like Greg Hardy is the top of the food chain when it comes to fighting. You were talking about putting Greg Hardy in the same weight division as Cain Velasquez, Derek Lewis, Stipe Miocic, Daniel Cormier. Not one. He's gonna lose to every single one of those guys. So I don't necessarily see the logic in what he's doing. But maybe that's just me. Let me know what you guys think. Like, comment, subscribe, and I am out.
See that? See that? That's just the wrong way to look at it. Because Joe had his time, and Omar put an end to that. Then Marlo had his time, short as it was, and the police put an end to that. And now, motherfucker, it's our time. Mine's and yours. But instead of just shutting up and kicking in, you're going to stand there crying that back in the day shit. Jeez. There ain't no back in the day, nigga. Ain't no nostalgia to this shit here. There's just the street and the game and what happened here today. it was my uncle, I was with my uncle. When it was Marlo, I was with him. But now, nigga,
what the fuck you do that for? Now we short the 9.
that was for Joe.